The thing that surprises the heck out of me is, as Canadians, here we are with one of the fastest. We do QE, and then now we're in this position where I guess it's our fault for going out and shopping, supposedly, why the inflation has happened the way it is, and on top of being blamed for it, we can't actually. A lot of people can't afford to live. The upper middle class is now basically lower middle class, right on the cusp. People who are in the middle class or lower middle class are kind of hurting big time. And so what it calls for is, it calls for us to be a lot more aggressive. It calls for people to have multiple jobs. It calls for them to really buckle down the hatches, not buy as much as you used to be able to. Life is not as comfortable. That's where we're at. How do we get out of it? That's a good question. I don't know. That's going to be up to, I guess, the powers to be. But the part that surprises me is that as a country, I bet you if we were to have an election today, many people would be voting to keep things the way they are. And that to me is very, very sad. It's very, a lot of people would vote for the same government that put us in this mess, when really we should be revolting, I think, in many ways against what was comfortable for all of the G20 to do in their economies, to do this QE, build up all kinds of money at the banks, and then run inflation wild, and then now have to increase our cost of living so expensive. And what I mean by that, what's our biggest expense?
Your mortgage.
Your home. Your home is your biggest expense. And so the way they're going to bring down your smaller expenses is to make your biggest expense super, super expensive.
So you can't, even if they lower the risk, you can't buy it anyways.
You can't buy it. So it's an interesting philosophy. I think at some point it's going to become old.
It has to.
I think that we have to start looking for other ways in order to manage our economies. For example, don't do QE. Like, that would be one really good way. Don't give the government unlimited spending money and give it and have just pocket or have the banks pocket money from this maneuver, and then possibly drive inflation up, and then have to do what you're doing to us. And to me, the only sad thing about it is a lot of people do agree that actually it's not the government's fault. Many of the governments did it, so that makes it okay.
I don't know if they don't think it's the government's fault. I just think it's that they just don't think anything's going to change.
That's what I was going to say. Is the new government going to change anything?
If they don't, then you vote them out too.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but you've now had how much time before you vote them out, and it just continuously gets worse.
I don't know. I was shocked.
Like, what, the conservatives do anything better?
Government. See, to me, it's not a matter of if they're going to do that better. You know what it is? It's a matter of when you do this, that we kick you out. So then it sends a message. But they did this, and we voted them back in.
I didn't.
Anyways, just saying. So the thing is, yeah, you're right. Maybe it does nothing, but then you send a message to the next guys too. You send a message to the next guys too, and all of a sudden they start getting the message, hey, if we do that, they're going to vote us out. Period. And they know that that's the policy of the people.
Because they're getting their...
They do care, Jack.
They're getting their money, they're getting their benefits. None of this is affecting them. None of it.
Yeah,
none of the rules they put in place does anything to them.
But the power of being in place brings them a whole bunch of money.
Let them earn their money. Give them so much pay. And then as they go through and they implement the things that they say they're going to do, add on to their income. I don't know. That was off the top of my head. That was pretty stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. But what I would say is that we have to do something that makes sense. And the problem that I have is that most people will say, well, there's nothing we can do anyway, so it doesn't matter, or I only have one vote, or whatever. The truth of the matter is it's 100% up to us. So if you vote and you say, hey, you do that, we're kicking you out, and let them know this is why we're kicking you out, because you did QE, jacked up the interest rates. You did QE, then unfortunately caused crazy inflation, turned around and tried to blame it on us, and now you're bankrupting us to bring inflation down. We're not okay with that. You're gone. Period. And then don't let them get a vote. The only vote is that they're going to get some votes from people who got some free programs, because they're going to pick up those votes because they bought them. But the rest of us, we're kicking them out. And then if we were to do that, yeah, I agree. It's not going to send a message this time, but over time it sends a message. And I just don't feel that we're willing to do that. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. And please let us know your thoughts in the comments, as well as any questions you may have. We're live most Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to tune in. Thank you again for watching, and remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you can stay up to date on all our future uploads.